hayaan niya yan. Naturuan ng mga anak ko, yung ibang bata, na bago sa ring, nung paano siya nagtuturo. And he's actually very happy that the children are doing that because he's told me that if they are able to teach what I teach them, it means that they have really learned. So he lets them do it, and is very happy when he does that. He also taught my children to welcome defeat because it is always an opportunity for learning and to just aspire to be better and stronger every time. He always often also say to my children to be friends with their opponents because he would say, just like them, their opponents also worked very hard. So to never sit on their laurels because learning will stop if they do, and to look for good models in life, and to be always, always compassionate, especially to the little people, to the simple people around you, because they are the one who make the difference there in the skating rink, to the one who is in charge, the guards, the one who cleans the toilet, the one who keeps everything kept. He always reminded the children to love them and to be grateful. I remember, Coach Eric, you telling me about the golden days of Philippine skating. Yes, because you were there from the very start. Everything unfolded before your eyes. And yes, I also saw your great disappointment on how the sport was handled. You had an eye to how maneuvers were executed. And you really loved the sport. You love Philippine skating. And if I may say, in one of the many conversations, you have always believed that the Filipinos, they have great talent. They're just not given the chance to show their talent and not have the proper training. I also saw that in our conversations that you almost wanted to lose heart. But one thing remained all these years. It is your great love and passion for the sport. That is why you never stopped coaching up to the end, even if you already were sick. And I actually wanted to tell you that you can stop, but you don't like to stop. You don't like to stop. You told me it's okay. Kaya mo. I will never forget the last lessons you gave to the children, and you made sure that they will not forget. You transferred yourself. You transferred your skill to them. And I'm very grateful for that. To his bereaved family, Mrs. Navalta, and his sons, you know, he would always tell me how much he loves you. His sons, he talked to me always about each and every one, and he's very proud of each and every one. Our deepest sympathies to you all. He loved you very much. Thank you for sharing him with us. To his former students, like Chloe, he was very proud of you. Thank you, Coach Eric, for everything. We will miss our coffee conversations. I'm sorry. We cannot even pay our last respects and visit you there. Please watch over us. Please continue to pray for us. We love you, Coach Eric. You rest now in God's arms and bring our family's love with you.
Thank you, Tita. Thank you so much for sharing, Tita Mer. We know that that has been also difficult for you to express your heartfelt emotions towards Coach Eric. I'm sure the family appreciates all the words that you've said. I'd like to ask if there is any if anyone would want to go next. Coach Nardi, would you want to share with us who? Okay, Serena. Okay, Serena, please share with us who Coach Eric was to you.
Good afternoon po. Ako po si Serena, yung student po ni Coach Eric. Coach Eric became my coach back in 2017. When I started taking my lessons in Mowaring, nung nakita ko po siya noon, akala ko po na stricto siya. Pero no first lesson po namin, mabait po siya, tsaka matyaga po siya na magturo sa akin. Kahit hindi ko po makuha yung elements at makulit. Kahit malayo po ang MOA sa amin, I always wanted to go there and have lessons with Coach Eric. Because even if sometimes nagagalit siya sa akin during our lessons, I really learned a lot from him. I remember when I cried when I got silver medal for my technical competition. He did not get mad. Instead, he hugged me outside the ring when I saw him and said, ayusin natin yan. Pagbalik mo ng ring. I will miss you, Coach Eric, and thank you for everything. Rest well, Coach. Our deepest condolences to Coach Eric's family. May God's grace be with you during this difficult time.
Thank you, Serena.
Wait. Tay? Ano ba yung... Ay, hindi mo
Hi, Isabel.
Ay. Hello?
Hello.
Hi po. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Would you want to share with us some good memories of Coach Eric?
Oh, sure. I'd love to. Teka.
Thank you.
Sorry. Wait, how do I?
Yeah,
Hi. Hello po.
picture mo kanina eh.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I was a student of Coach Eric. I believe I was 9 or 10 years old po ata. I started figures and ice dancing with him for some ISI events. And naalala ko na I was really young. Ang alam ko lang talaga nun was figure skating. So, lahat technical, artistic footwork, all those things. But I knew nothing about figures, about ice dancing. So, I was kind of nervous about it kasi I just see Coach Eric teaching other fellow skaters, ganon. But when I became a student, talagang kinakabahan ako. Sabi ko, Coach, I really don't know how to do this. I don't know how to dance to begin with. Pero he was so patient. He really guided me through the lessons. Tapos naalala ko pa noon, Old Mega Mall pa noon dun sa baba. Like, I can't recall the amount of times that we'd go around the ring just performing the dance steps. Dance 1 to 3 atang ginawa ko with him. Until there came a time that I started competing, ice dancing, and figure skating for Skate Asia, some summer skate and some Skate Manila competitions. And Coach Eric was there to guide me and support it through it all. So I'm just so thankful that Coach Eric was there. Also, even when I wasn't actively skating anymore kasi siya rin ang nagwa-waterproof and nag-sharpen ng blades ko. And at the times when I'd come and visit the rink, he'd stop and give me a small chat and say hi. Nangangamusta ganon. So I felt so sad when I heard of his passing. I'm praying for his family. I'm praying for his soul. And I'm just so grateful for all the things that Coach Eric has done for the Philippine ice skating community.
Thank you for sharing,
Thank
Isa.
you.
Thank you. I'll go next na lang. So, thank you to all the parents, the skaters, and the coaches who joined us today. Wait, ano ba to? The passing of Coach Eric has been a surprise to a lot of us. Coach Eric was my first coach at the age of 20. Yung hindi ko makakalimutan ay yung araw na nabali yung ankle ko. He yelled at me and said, "Wala lang yan, tumayo ka." Of course, we didn't know at that time na nabali na pala yung buto ko. Anyways, it shows his fighting character. He was a fighter. His son Fred was sharing to me that coach never liked going to the doctor, and he would always claim na okay lang siya. So, up to his last moments, he tried to endure and fight hanggat sa makakaya niya. I know I, along with some former students, share the same sentiments. How could we not have known even just 2 or 3 days before? Maybe we could have extended more assistance. Today, I speak not just as a skater, but also as a representative of SM. I saw and I felt the disconnect of the skating community. Why he served for almost 30 years and no one from our side knew. Kaya kahit sa huling pagkakataon, through this, maiparamdam ko man lang sa pamilya nyo that we appreciate his long and dedicated service to the company and to the sport of figure skating. I'm deeply sorry for your loss. I have not much more to say kasi tapos na. Coach, if your spirit is with us today, I'd like you to know that you've left a legacy in our hearts, and we will continue to fight and believe in the sport that we love, just as you have. Thank you for touching many lives. That's all.
May we request for the next speaker to share, please? Thank you, Nikki.
Vincent would like to share.
Hi everyone. Wait. Hear me? Can you guys hear me? Sorry.
Yes, Vincent.
Okay. So, my memories of Coach Eric. Remember one time when he rocked in the rink with yung parang rubber shoes with a blade. I think initially it's like, wow, what's this? And I remember he was like saying, this is gonna be very, very comfortable. Pag whole day nagle-lesson ka. And true enough, after a few years, yung mga skating companies, they actually went out with a model that looks like what he did. So, in a sense, he was actually first with some ideas about skating, not just nationally, it's globally, you know. Everybody started to follow what he just did 5 years before. Also, he was my primary coach for most of my career in skating, which is few decades. What I usually remember is sometimes when he tries to explain it so simple but very effective. Like, kung gumagalaw yung shoulders ko, he just say, just imagine you're wiping a table. So it's always, you know, in a horizontal plane para hindi siya going vertical. And true enough, that helped me with my jumps and spin. And also with sit spin, you know, he's always saying, you're trying to burst the balloon between your legs pag nagko-close ka ng legs. And those were very effective. He knows his student really well. And I remember him also when he sharpens my skates. I guess it's so unique na even now I'm skating here in Australia. kahit anong sabihin ko doon sa nagsha-sharpen ng skates ko, hindi nila ma-recreate yung style ni Coach Eric, yung very deep and very grippy na sharpen. It's very unique with Coach Eric. I've tried different rinks, different skate shops. I just couldn't. I know at the back of my mind, actually, I was saying, if I'm gonna ever visit Philippines, I'm gonna bring all my skates there and have them sharpened there. Yeah, unfortunately, it didn't happen now. Yep, I will miss Coach Eric. He has, for me, he has never raised his voice actually, but you do know when you've made the mistakes. You know, you can see it in his eyes. So, so after that, when you get that look, that no, that's not correct. Okay, you'll have to do it better. He was a mentor to me in the skating rink, and yeah, I will miss him very much.
Thank you for sharing, Vince. Okay, so Misha would like to go next. Hi, Misha.
Hi. Can I go next po?
Ikaw na. I mean, after one more person. Okay, yes, ikaw na, Misha.
Okay. Oh, wait. Sorry po, ang sama ng internet ko. Is it me now po or may isa pa po?
Ikaw na now, Misha.
Oh, okay
Your
po.
turn.
Sorry po, my internet's really bad.
Okay.
Hi everyone. My name's Misha. I don't really know what to say. But I guess thank you. I've been skating for 12 years, and for the first part of my skating life, I told my mom I didn't want to compete. Tapos, yung mga nauna kong coach, pumayag sila na wag daw muna ako mag-compete, okay lang daw. Pero when I got to Coach Eric, sabi niya sa akin, di ano pang point na nag-skate ka? Hindi ka mag-compete. And so, because of his coercion, I ended up competing, and I fell in love with the sport completely at that point. And it was a big deal for me to be taken in by Coach Eric kasi at the time, I was just starting out, and nobody really wanted to take me in kasi nga I was kind of old na to enter into competitive skating. But then Coach Eric always told me na you're only going to be old enough for this if you believe you are. Nag-away kami one time kasi during one lesson because I didn't want to jump an axle. But he told me the time na parang gagawin mo, mag-walkout ako. Pero ako natakot ako. So, I did it. I remembered everything that he taught me up until that point. And on that very day, I landed my very first axel. Tapos, he choreographed along with Coach Jericho. My very first international competition, he choreographed my program for that. And he made sure na edges would be highlighted talaga because that was his specialty. And up until this day, I still remember lahat ng in-offer niyang advice sa akin. Even though I haven't been able to work with him the past few years. Every time na magkita kami, magkukwentuhan kami, sabihin niya, oh, kamusta na yung ginagawang fair ng mommy mo? Tapos magkukwento siya about yung mga bago ng estudyante, about his family. Tapos he'd even offer, tara, magkape tayo sa, dun sa SM Snack Time. So yeah, I don't really know how to explain or to articulate how big of an impact he had in the Philippine skating community. And I don't think na this is something that can easily be processed by those who held him dear. But I just want to offer my deepest condolences, especially to his family. Coach Eric was a great man. He touched my life so profoundly. And I'm sure na lahat ng mga naging estudyante niya can say the same. So thank you. Thank you, Coach Eric.
For sharing, Misha. Chloe, would you be ready to share already?
Okay.
Thank you, Chloe.
Hello. Hi, everyone. It's nice to see everyone again after so long. My name is Chloe, and I used to be one of Coach Eric's students from a long time ago, back when the Mega Mall rink with a big pole in the middle was still there. So yeah, hello. So Coach Eric was always at the rink. No matter what day you'd be there, he's also always there. He was always watching, always sipping a cup of coffee, like near into skating or something, wearing his yellow jacket that he's wearing now. He was just always there. And when you meet Coach Eric for the first time, you think that he absolutely knew everything, because he did everything from blade sharpening to waterproofing your skates. He did ballet, he did compulsory figures, he did everything. And once you do get to know him, he does know so many things, and he taught so many people. Coach Eric knew how to give and to love. He knew how to discipline and to praise. And even though on the outside he seemed very tough and stern, but once you get to know him, he was actually a real softie. His patience was also incredible. He could teach anyone, any kid with a tantrum, with topak. He could teach them, and that's just how good he was. He was also such a great storyteller, both through words and by dancing and skating. And I would never ever get tired from learning from him. And I'm sure a lot of other skaters will agree as well. I remember traveling with him and getting lost in a foreign country, and I was so stressed at that time. It was such a stressful time, but you just kept making cuento, and it was so funny. Back then, it seemed like a bad thing, but then looking back now, you just made everything lighter. You seem to make everything easier for everyone. It's like you took the burden off of everybody's shoulders. And today and forever, I want to remember him as the coach who would laugh when I'd trip on a counter or a rocker. The coach who believed in me more than I believed in myself. And the coach who had so much love and patience in his heart. Seeing and hearing from the people here, I hope Coach felt the love. And I hope that he felt the love as much as we felt the love from him. So our deepest condolences to the family. He was so loved by everyone, and he still is very loved. Yeah, we love you, Coach. Thank you for everything. Sorry, I can't stop crying.
It's okay. Thank you for sharing, Chloe. Buffy would like to go next.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes, Buffy.
Hi, I'm Buffy. I'm one of, oh my god, I can't stop crying. I'm one of Coach Eric's students ever since I was a kid, ever since I was 6 years old. I really don't know how to start this because there's so many things I want to tell you guys, a lot of stories about him that I want to tell you, and just really hard hard for all of us because he's a great big boss in the skating community. He's one of the few people who never gave up on me. He was one of the first few coaches who actually noticed me when I was just, chubby skater. No one really looked at me the way that he did. I don't. I want Coach Eric back. I don't know what I'm gonna do now without him because when I do my edges and if I mess it up, I'd always think to myself, Coach Eric wouldn't like this. He would probably tell me to do it again and again. Something that I'm sure everyone knows about. He'll always tell you to do things over and over again. He would always tell us not to rush things. He's one of the few who actually made me realize that skating is not just about jumps or spins. It was more than that. He showed me what real skating was. I don't know. Coach Eric was more than a coach to me. Since I don't have a dad, he was my dad in skating. Actually, not even in skating, even in life, because he would teach me a lot of things, just not about counters, brackets, twizzle. He would teach me that it's okay if I'm not growing in the same pace as others. It's okay that I'll take it slow and not just, just do it because I want to be there on top right away. He taught me that you just have to be patient with yourself and be patient with everything. Coach Eric has been a really big part of my life, and I don't know what I'll do now since when I go to the skating rink, I won't have Coach Eric looking at me, watching me practice, even though it's out of our lesson hours. He won't just stay there at the bars, skating rink outside. He won't just be drinking his coffee and telling me that what I'm doing is wrong and that I should do it again. He won't be there to, sharpen our blades the way we like them. And I think that's a really special talent, since he knew what we liked, every single one of us. He remembered that. He really cared about our preferences in sharpening our blades. And I don't think I'll ever have this same, blades that I'll use when I skate. It won't be the same anymore. Coach Eric is a really great coach, great mentor, great dad, great brother. And I'm very sure he has a special place in our heart. He will always be remembered, I know. He's more than someone who just sharpens our blades. He's more than someone who's just there at the rink because he's just, there. He's more than that. And I'm sure everyone can agree. I don't know, Coach, you're the first person to ever notice me. Without you, I'll never be the skater that I am today. I wish people saw you the way that I did, or the way that everyone did, because you're a really, really great coach, and even great mentor. I treated you like my dad, and it feels like I lost a parent. One of the best memories I've had with him was when I had a hard time with my axle. It was weird. It was never the same axle as other people, but really weird. A lot of coaches had a hard time trying to help me with it. But he was one of the few who stayed up until 11 p.m. at night at the rink just so I could land it. And when I did, he told me to do it again. He didn't say good job, he just told me to do it again. He's really something. He's a really special person in our lives. And we won't get our edge master again. Thank you, Coach Eric. I don't say this much. I never said it to you in person, but I really love you. And I want you to come back. I know that's impossible, but I really want you to come back. I don't want you to leave. I wish I had one more lesson with you, or at least talk to you. I want you back, Coach. And all is the family. I'm sure you're taking it very hard. You have an amazing father, and he was an even amazing brother and everything. We really love you, Coach.
Thank you for sharing, Buffy. Before we move on to who will share next, I think the family would also want to share with us a photo book of Coach Eric, some photos of Coach Eric. Fred or Navalta family.
Hi guys, we're here to show some of the photos we've saved from the skating life of Coach Eric, or my dad. Ay, ka na lang mag-browse. Tapos,
Thank you so much, Navalta family, for sharing all the good memories of Coach Eric. Next, we have a student named Ivory Gao. A student of Coach Eric before, who would want to go next. After that, I would like to another student. Sorry, Russian kasi yung name mo sa chat. So you're next after Ivory. And after that, I would want to ask one of Coach Eric's dear best friends to go next, si Coach Dave. So, Miss Ivory, you may speak.
Hi, everybody. It's really great to see some familiar faces. Coach Dave, Coach Nardi, Coach Anna, everyone. This is shockingly hard because I haven't spoken to Coach Eric in a while. I realized that I was his student 26 years ago, and a lot of memories came back with those photos. I was that little girl with the ballet outfit back in Houston. I remember going to Seattle, Houston, Boston, Harvard with Coach Eric 20, 25, 26 years ago, really starting my skating career a long time ago with him. And there was one thing that he taught me, which was discipline. And that's something that I've taken on in my life the whole time, whether it was discipline with edges, discipline with practicing. I remember going to Mega Mall back in 94 at 6 a.m. asking the mall to open so that Coach Eric and I can train, and then staying in the rink till about 11 o'clock at night so that we can still train. And I remember getting very frustrated because he would say, we'll spend this whole hour on this edge. And all I wanted to do was practice my routine or practice some jumps, but he wouldn't let me. He was very close with my dad. I don't know if some of you remember my dad, Gilbert Gao, but he also taught my dad how to skate. And he was a big part of our family. I just wanted to share condolences to the Navalta family right now. My heart and my prayers are with you. And I know that we're all very much missing him right now and his impact on our lives, but he definitely dedicated his life to the sport, and we'll all very much miss him. So thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Ivory. Next, si Russian name. Sorry. Yeah, okay, thank you.
Hello po.
Hi.
Pasensya na po sa pangalan ko. Nel po pala yung name ko. Hindi po ako estudyante ni Coach Eric, but I would just like to share how good he is. So, actually nakilala ko po siya way back 2 years ago. Nung una ko po siyang na-meet sa rink. Kasi bago pa lang ako noon eh. Siguro mga August or mga October ako nag-join. And then in-approach ko siya dahil gusto kong magpahasa na skate. Nung una yung first impression ko sa kanya is siya very maldito or stricto. Pero nung nakausap ko siya, marami siyang mga advices about sa skating. And then there were times na kahit hindi niya ako student, doon lang ako sa rink, nagpa-practice lang ako doon, mag-isa lang ako. Nilalapitan niya ako, tapos binibigyan niya ako ng mga free lessons. And then, naalala ko, kasi nakikita ko po siya, paano siya magturo. Very passionate siya sa sport. And then, nakikita ko kung yung paano siya mag-educate ng mga skaters niya. So, nagulat lang ako kasi nabalitaan ko kay Coach Randy na wala na siya. So sad kasi even me, hindi rin ako makapaniwala. So, siguro yun talaga yung yung panahon niya yun. But I would like to say to Coach na wherever you are, siguro kung saan ka man ngayon, I hope you are happy. And then, mamimiss ka namin. Wala na pong mag-aasa ng skates namin. So, yun lang po. Sana po, si Coach Eric, happy po siya. And then, pagbalik namin sa ring, mamimiss po namin siya. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I would just like to inform everyone na this meeting will end at 5 o'clock. So, I think in Zoom kasi bigla siyang baka magko-close. So, whoever would want to share, magsabi na kayo. And also, ayun, so for next, let's call on one of Coach Eric's best friends, si Coach Dave. Coach Dave, bakit dahon ka?
Sorry. Wait.
Sige, go lang, Coach.
Okay. Si Coach Eric, lang ang kabadis ko sa ice skating. Best friend. And parang kuya ko na rin. So sa lahat ng travel namin sa competition, siya lang parati ko kasama. So hindi kami mapaghihiwalay. So hindi ko makakalimutan kay Coach Eric. Every time meron siyang gustong bilhin, especially nung nasa US kami, bumili siya ng shoes na may gulong, heelys. Bumili rin ako. Naglaro kami sa mall, parang bata. So yun. So wala kaming pinag-usapan kundi mag-bike, motorsiklo, and car. Madalas kami nagbibisikleta sa Luneta. So, pag magkasama kami sa hotel, hindi niya ako nakakalimutan ibili ng pagkain. Yun. And madalas niya akong binibigyan ng advice. So, parati kami magkasama. Every time, pag nasa Mega siya, nasa MOA ako, hinahanap ko siya. Pag nasa MOA siya, pag sa Mega ako, hinahanap niya ako. Pag nagkita kami, kumakain kami magkasama. Nag-grocery kami pareho. And then this morning, I dream of him na hinatid niya ako sa bahay. Umiiyak ako na nagpaalam sa kanya dahil alam ko na wala na siya, pero siya nakangiti lang. At parang sinasabi niya sa akin na okay na ako, masaya na ako. Masakit lang kasi siya lang parati ko kasama. Dalawa na lang kami senior coach na natitira. Madalas sinasabi ko, kahit nasa MOA siya, ako nasa Mega. Pero ano pa rin hindi pa rin kami napaghihiwalay. Parati kami magkasama. Pag nasa MOA ako, nasa Mega siya. So yun, hindi ko lang makakalimutan hanggang sa huli, nagpakita pa sa akin kaninang umaga at nagpapaalam sa panaginip ko. Thank you. Thank you, Coach Eric. Siya lang yung sinasabihan ko ng mga problema ko sa ice skating. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach Dave, for sharing. I would like to call on TC Roque.
Hi everyone. I'm Trisha and this is my daughter Cheska, estudyante ni Coach Eric. She started skating 2017. Hindi kasing haba ng panahon yung time na nakasama namin si Coach. Pero masasabi ko dun sa short time na nakasama namin siya, sobrang na-appreciate namin si Coach. Ang tawag ko pa sa kanya, lolo ng anak ko kasi wala yung parents ko sa Pilipinas that time. So parang siya yung tatay ko. Tapos siya din yung lolo ng anak ko. Ang dami-dami niyang sinishare sa amin tungkol sa pamilya niya, sa skating career niya, back when nagbabali pa siya. Tsaka yung pagdidisiplina niya kay Cheska. Nagpapasalamat ako kasi naging coach ng anak ko si Coach. Nung lumipat kami dito sa Amerika, sabi ko kay Coach, titigil na si Cheska mag-skate. Kasi medyo mahal dito. Tapos si Coach yung tipong coach na dadating kami doon ng 1:30. Ang lesson ng anak ko 30 minutes. Pero si Coach hanggang 4:00 ng hapon. Tinuturuan niya si Cheska. Coach, mamimiss ka namin. Maraming salamat po. Sorry, nabigla kasi ako sa nangyari. Parang ang hirap-hirap tanggapin, wala na si Coach Eric. Sabi ko sa kanya pag nagbakasyon kami, pag nagbakasyon kami sa Pilipinas, ipapaleson ko pa rin si Cheska sa kanya. To the Navalta family, our deepest condolences. Coach, alam ko masaya ka kung nasan ka. Lagi po namin kayong pagdarasal. Maraming salamat po. Sorry. Thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Tita, for sharing. Next, we have Tita Au.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Si Au Natividad Widwidan po ito. Nakilala ko po si Coach Eric noong 1994. Natuwa ako noon kasi nag-start po ako mag-skating, 32 years old na ako. Tapos nung nakita ko po si Coach Eric, sabi ko, naku, bakit yung coach na to medyo mas mature as compared to other coaches. Sabi ko, ang galing-galing. Sabi ko, siguro naman, sa edad ko na to, kahit 32 na ako, matututo pa ako. So, naging inspiration ko talaga si Coach Eric. So, sabi ko, kahit na ganito yung edad ko, talagang pagbubutihin ko kasi gusto kong maging coach. So, ganun nga po ang nangyari. So, after 2 years, naging coach po ako sa Mega Mall. So, isa po talaga si Coach Eric na inspirasyon ko. Kasi alam ko si Coach Eric, sobrang disciplinary, sobrang meticuloso. So, nung pong nagko-coach ako at that time, parang ginagaya ko po siya. Gusto ko, lahat ng estudyante ko, sinasabihan ko na hindi kailangan tumaas ng level. Ang kailangan, magawa yung mga elements ng maayos. So, hindi po ganun kahalaga. So, talaga pong si Coach Eric ang naging inspirasyon ko. Tapos, siya rin po yung naging sa judging. Sobra po akong it's an honor for me na kinuha po ako niyang judge nung siya po yung naging ice skating director in one of the competitions way back. Siguro po matagal na yun hindi ko na maalala. Pero parang sobrang tuwa po ako kasi may tiwala po siya sa akin. So sabi ko, dahil binigyan ako ng chance na maging judge, I want to be fair. So ngayon po, pag nagja-judge ako, lagi ko pong iniisip na yung integrity. So si Coach Eric po, talagang may integridad. One time po, pinabenta ko kay Coach Eric yung blade ko. Tapos po, ang tagal-tagal na. So parang sabi ko, ba't kaya hindi pa ako kinokontak ni Coach Eric? So parang nawala na po sa isip ko yun. Kasi anyway, blade lang po yun. Hindi nyo po alam, si Coach Eric taga-benta po ng mga old skates ko. Tuwang-tuwa po ako pagka si Coach Eric nagbebenta. Kasi po, parang yung sabi ko, ay pwede pa palang mabenta ng mahal itong skates ko. So siya po yung pinagbenta ko ng blade. Tapos nga po, wala na sa loob ko. Tapos after several months, sabi niya, Coach Aw, sabi niya, nabenta ko ng blade mo. So sabi ko, napakaano naman ni Coach Eric. Akala ko wala na. Parang sobrang tuwang-tuwa ako. Kasi parang sa akin wala na. Tapos kay Coach Eric, talagang siya, yung talagang mapagkakatiwalaan. Tapos po, noong 2018, sumali po ako dun sa Grandmaster Challenge. Siguro po 2 days before the competition, hindi ko talaga magawa-gawa yung half loop. Coach ko po si Coach Celine. So sabi ko, nako, nakakaya naman sa coach ko pag hindi ko magagawa itong half loop. Tapos andun po si Coach Eric sa MOA nung nagpa-practice ako ng event ko. Tapos yun, parang sabi niya, ganito gawin mo. Sabi niya, ganitong gawin mo. So tinandaan ko po yung sinabi niya. Kaya nung competition, kahit paano, kahit hindi ganun kagaling, at least nagawa ko po yung half loop. So masasabi ko po si Coach Eric, sobra po talaga siyang helpful. Tapos, ang last po na pagkikita namin ni Coach Eric, siguro po last week ng February or first week ng March. Papauwi na po siya noon. Ngayon, yung pong skates ko, kailangan pong i-sharpen. Tapos sabi niya sa akin, Coach, uuwi na ako Buti na lang naabutan mo ko. Sabi ko, swerte ko naman, Coach Eric. Sabi ko, sobrang swerte ko naman at hindi ka umuwi. Sabi ko, so talaga pong pauwi na si Coach Eric noon. Inayos pa po niya talaga yung skates ko. So talagang sobra po akong nagpapasalamat sa kanya. So yun lang po. So dun po sa family niya, ang masasabi ko lang ay nagpapasalamat ako at nakilala ko po si Coach Eric at nakilala ko rin po yung wife niya. So nung araw po, madalas kami magkwentuhan ng wife niya. So kahit po hindi ganun kadalas yung interaction namin ni Coach Eric, pero alam ko naman po kung how good as a coach si Coach Eric. Kaya po masasabi kong inspirasyon ko po siya. So condolence na lang po sa buong pamilya at salamat po Coach Eric at nakilala ko kayo.
Thank you for sharing, Coach Au. Next, we have Coach Pom to share. And then after that, let's move forward to the family of Coach Eric. Since nasa ice skating rink si Coach.
Yeah, open na yung rink. Hindi ba alam? Anyways. I'm Coach Pom, Abraham Dongdong. I started skating in 95. So, doon na si Coach Eric. So, talagang siya na yata may-ari ng poste ng Mega Mall. And, so iba yung coach ko, si Coach Arnel. So, nakikita ko siya. And naging coach siya ng pinsan ko kasi nag-edges, nag-figures. So, tinanong ako ng tita ko, my mom. Sabi niya, gusto mo ba mag-edges? Ako talaga, gusto ko talaga jumps lang. So, ayoko kasi talagang kinakatakutan ko talaga yung edges. Talagang, I don't know. Well, yun. Tapos, yun, nakita ko na, kasabayan ko si Jericho, kung sino man nakilala kay Jericho. So, sabay kami mag-skate. So, si Jericho, yung student ni Coach Eric. So, parang nakikita ko yung lessons nila, parang, kailangan talaga yung edges. Well, Yun, hindi ko nga siya naging coach. Until fast forward, ito na, naging coach na ako, nataba na ako. So, doon ko na mas lalo nakilala si Coach Eric. Nakakatrabaho ko siya. So, nakita ko kung paano siya nagturo. Very professional niya. Maaga pa lang, nasa rink na. O minsan kaya, isa, dalawa na lang student niya sa isang araw. Minsan wala. Andun na yun. Kakapi lang. Ewan ko nga kung ilang kape yung naiinom niya. Baka 4 pa yata. So, doon, minsan pag vacant siya, vacant ako, kakape kami. Locker room o kaya doon sa sa may bandang entrance. So, doon ko siya nakilala. So, kung ano-ano klase usapan, tapos hindi ko rin alam na nagkakwento rin siya tungkol sa akin. So, kumbaga, naobserbahan na pala niya ako dati. Then, yun. Tungkol nga sa edges, di ba? Yung nag-skate pa ako, hate ko talaga yan. So ngayon nagko-coach ako, doon ko na-realize ko gaano ka-importante yung edges. Kasi paano mo nga naman magagawa ang element, jump and spin, step sequence, kung hindi maganda yung edges mo. So, doon ako mga kay Coach Ed. And sa sobrang tutok niya, magturo sa estudyante niya, minsan, hindi naman nakakasar. Minsan nakakaharang na siya sa iba. Pero naintindihan ko kasi kung paano siya ka-dedicated dun sa students niya. Na talagang wala akong pakialam sa iba. Dito lang ako sa estudyante ko. Naka-focus lang ako. So, dun ko nakita sa kanya kung gaano siya ka-passionate magturo. Ano ba? Well, ito, nabigla nga ako sa nangyari sa kanya kasi ngayon ko na lang talaga nakilala si Coach Eric. Yung mga kwento niya about his skating career, coaching career. So at least madami ako natutunan sa kanya. Then, yun, nakakabigla na yung pangyayari na sobrang bilis ng pangyayari. Pero, well, alam ko, happy na siya kasi ngayon, sobrang lakas na sobrang lakas na niya sa heaven. Malamang, skate, triples na yan. Malamang, tinuturuan na niya si Jericho, baka pinapagalitan pa nga niya. Well, condolence sa family ni Coach Eric. Sobrang laking kawalan ni Coach Eric sa skating community dito sa Pilipinas. Well, mga estudyante ko nga, ito, pag nag-zoom kami, ang tanong nila, Coach, sino na maghasa ng skates namin? Wala akong may sagot. Kasi si Coach Eric, grabe ibang klase sa maghasa ng blade. Sabihin mo lang kung kanino yung sapatos. Sabihin mo lang kayo yung sapatos, alam na niya kung anong klaseng hasa gagawin niya. Well, Coach Eric, I know, masaya ka na. And kamusta mo na lang kami kay Jericho, diba? Si Paolo, yung mga skating friends namin na nasa heaven na siguro. So, baka kasama na niya yung dalawa doon nagkakape. So, ali coffee na sila. So, yun lang. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing, Coach Pom. Just to let everyone know, good news. It was just mentioned by Selena, since we are in a premium account, so it won't suddenly shut down. But I will still move on to the family na of Coach Eric. So, the family. Si tita ba ang unang mag-share or yung anak?
Ako muna kaya. Hi.
Hello.
I'm his sister, youngest sister.
Hi, Hi po.
Masyadong marunong sa Zoom, ah. Okay. Hello. Ay, yeah. My name is Letty. Ako yung youngest sister ni Eric. I think, or I guess, ako yung guinea pig niya dati. Kasi nung nag-uumpisa pa lang siya sa skating, I was around 6 years old back then. Ewan ko, somehow, naisip niya ako na i-train ng, turuan ng skating. Tapos, at 6 a.m., bago pumasok sa school, ginigising na niya ako talaga. So back then, talagang hate na hate ko yung ginigising ako. Tapos, syempre, makunat pa yung mga legs mo noon. And then, papa-stretch na ako. Stretching, tapos papa-split. And talagang mahirap. Pero na-appreciate ko rin kasi mas naging flexible yung katawan ko dahil sa kanya. And yung mother ko, lagi kong kakampi, consoling me. Meron times kasi na yung figure 8, meron kaming figure 8 dun sa may sala namin. It's a wooden flooring kami. Pero nilagyan niya ng dinadrawingan niya ng chalk yan para maging figure 8. Tapos, yun, practice talaga na practice pa ulit-ulit hanggat hindi ko nakukuha. So, meron time na hindi ako pwede mag-lunch hanggang hindi ko pa nakukuha yung tinuturo niya. Tapos minsan naiiyak na lang ako. Si mother ko naman walang magawa kasi nga talagang stricto siya. So, I guess, from that time pa lang, talagang may passion na siya doon sa sport and he's very excellent sa mga ginagawa niya. And also, natatandaan ko, sinasama niya ako madalas sa Fiesta Carnival. Tapos nami-meet ko yung mga ibang students niya. Minsan sa bahay nila Tears of Cruz III. And nami-meet ko doon sila Herman Moreno. So, nakakatuwa rin talaga. I guess nagtagal yun hanggang mga 11 years old ako. And siguro na-realize niya talagang wala yung heart ko doon. Pero I'm grateful sa mga natutunan ko sa kanya. Yung exposure, yung patience niya sa akin. Kasi kahit kailan hindi niya ako pinagalitan eh. Alam ko gusto na niyang magalit pag hindi ko nakukuha pero tinitiis lang niya. Hindi niya ako sinaktan or sinigawan talaga, ganun. And ano pa ba? Sa family namin, kasi 12 kaming lahat. Meron kaming eldest brother na half brother tapos bali 6 silang brothers ko. Tapos 15 years yung age gap namin. No? So aside from nung time na tinuturuan niya ako mag-skate, parang after that lumipat na ako doon sa Quiapo. Tapos basta iwalay na eh. So hanggang lumaki na kami, nag-asawa na. Nandito ako sa Makati, nandito sila sa Cavite. So once a year na lang kami nagkikita. Ang masasabi ko sa kanya talaga, matyaga talaga siya na tao. Nakita ko noon yung sa akin pa lang eh. May dream kasi siya na parang makapartner niya ako, yung sa routine, gano'n. Kaso talagang matigas ang ulo ko. So, siguro, nag-give up na rin siya sa akin. Pero nakakatuwa kasi, ang dami niyang achievements na nagbunga lahat ng niya. Nagbunga yung perseverance niya, tsaka yung pagtsatsaga niya. Marami talaga siyang naturuan, marami siyang na-impact na mga buhay, marami siyang natulungan na maging successful. And all because, yes, he loved the sport at saka mahal din niya talaga yung mga estudyante niya. Ayun, so kung nasaan man siya ngayon, nagpapasalamat ako kasi sa lahat ng mga tinuro niya sa akin at saka sa pagmamahal niya din sa akin as a little sister, sa paglilibre niya sa akin noon. At saka siguro sa pagiging good example niya na yung talent niya, shinare niya talaga, wala siyang hindi tinuturo. Lahat ng alam niya gusto niyang ituro sa iyo. So yun, thank you Kuya Eric or Ding Dong as we family call him. Sa family ang tawag namin sa kanya si Champ. Kasi simula nung naging national champion siya ng figure skating. Yon. So goodbye, my dear brother. Sana you're enjoying your fellowship with our Father and Jesus and all the angels in heaven. Love you. Yun lang po.
Thank you, Tita Leticia. Fred, will one of the children of Coach Eric share or si Tita na wife ni Coach Eric?
Eric, mag-share na.
Ay, sorry, hindi namin kayo marinig.
I picked it.
Eric, wala kang sound.
Hello?
Oh, yun. We can hear you na.
Try ko nga mag-ano.
Hindi. Virtual. Parang sabi niya, we can hear you. Yeah, naririnig na namin kayo.
Okay na, naririnig.
Okay. So ayun, ako po yung eldest son ni Coach Eric. So wala naman ako masyadong i-share. Lahat naman ng mga sinabi ninyo, na-appreciate ng family namin. Ako personally, naramdaman ko marami siyang na-touch na lives, lalo na yung mga students niya. Marami din kaming natutunan kay Daddy, yung pagiging matiisi niya sa buhay. Sa experience ko bilang anak niya, panganay, yung mga bilin niya na kailangan ng disiplina, kailangan maging responsable ako, lalo ngayon wala na siya, ako na yung tatay, yung head of the family. So, yung huling time na nakasama ko siya, like 2 weeks ago, yun na pala yung huli namin pagsasama. Masasabi ko na sa huling sandali, naipadama ko naman na mahal ko siya at alam niya yun. Kasi mahilig din siyang magmotor. Yung ginagamit niyang motorcycle, yun yung talagang unang motorcycle ko. Since nagkaroon ako ng NMAX, binigay ko na sa kanya yun. Hindi man niya pinakita sa akin na natuwa siya dun sa binigay ko, pero sinasabi sa akin lagi niya, tuwang-tuwa siya dun sa binigay ko, na-appreciate daw niya talaga. Tapos yun, yung huling uwi ko dito, yun na pala yung huling time na magkakasama kami for lunch. Kaya pala nung mga time na yun, kasi magkahiwalay kami ng tinitiran eh. I live in Pasig. Dito sila sa Cavite. So, parang lately, after nung mag-ECQ, nung pwede na uling mag-travel, parang pakiramdam ko gusto ko siya laging makita. Isa na pala sa sign niya na malapit na siyang mawala. So, sa lahat ng tumulong, nagbigay ng financial aid, salamat din po sa inyo. At sana maiwang inspirasyon sa inyo yung naging buhay ng aking tatay. Sana kahit wala na siya, yung integrity na sinasabi, naiwan sa atin, tapos yung disiplina, yung pagiging mapagbigay si daddy, hindi siya madamot. Yung mga kaalaman niya, sinare niya yon ng kahit beyond dun sa oras na binayaran niyo sa kanya. Yun yung nakita ko sa kanya. Tsaka bilang tatay, hindi siya nagkulang sa amin. Bagkus kami yung marami pagkukulang din sa kanya. Siguro po yun lang ang masasabi ko. Thank you.
Yeah, body.
Hindi ka naging coach. I'm not sure how to start this speech or what else I can add to those things that you guys have already mentioned. Sa akin, sobrang sakit na wala na si Daddy. Because hindi lang siya coach sa ice skating for me. In life, siya yung nagturo sa akin almost everything. Siya yung lagi nagbibigay ng advice, lahat ng mabuting gawin, lahat ng mga kailangan gawin. I just wish na sana mas naging mabuti akong anak sa kanya. Although, I know I have been good son, but sana mas naging mabuti pa ako para mas naging proud siya sa akin. What else? Ayun, pagdating naman po sa ice skating, I've been a coach for almost 4 years. I started skating nung binigay niya sa akin yung roller skates na ginagamit niya. Way back nung binata pa po siya. At ginamit niya yun nung nag-champion siya sa roller skates. And then that's where I started my skating career. So I've been it's a recreational thing for me nung una. And then sabi niya, kung gusto mo mag-coach, pwede naman. And then I started training. I started to study things about ice skating. Marami akong pinagtatanungan kasi wala akong tiwala sa dad ko. Pero yung knowledge na sinishare niya, parang kasing ang hirap gawin. Alam niyo po yun. Kasi pag may sinabi siya na something or instruction na binigay niya, feeling mo, ang hirap niyang gawin. Kasi parang sobrang perfect. So I'm asking other coaches kung paano nila ini-execute yung certain maneuver or certain move or step. Tapos, i-compare ko. Oo nga, no? Kung iisipin mo, parang yung logic nung sinabi, nung certain maneuver is nandun na. Nandun na siya na, nandun na lahat yung kailangan mong malaman. Medyo magulo lang siya at first kasi parang hindi mo kagad nag-grasp yung gusto niya ipagawa sa'yo. Unless magtitiwala ka sa kanya completely and susunod ka dun sa mga instructions na ibibigay niya sa'yo. Although, minsan, parang pag may natutunan ka na, tapos ituturo niya ulit sa'yo from the most basic step na meron doon sa maneuver na yun. Parang naisip mo, ay alam ko na yan eh. Ganito ko siya ginagawa eh. Hindi pala siya dapat ganun. Kung gusto mong marating yung certain point na ang perfection ng move na yun, kailangan you'll start from the basic. Yun talaga yung naging foundation mostly ng mga students niya kasi nakita ko siya how he coached those students na meron siya. Tapos nakakakwentuhan ko din naman yung ibang mga students niya na then nagpa-practice sila. Minsan sabay-sabay sila nagpa-practice ng certain maneuver na tinuro sa kanila. Kahit basic lang, makikita mo sa kanila na ang saya-saya nila na doing those moves na tinuturo sa kanila para magawa nila ng perfect. Ayun lang po, gusto ko rin lang po magpasalamat sa lahat ng mga tumulong sa not just financially but also giving moral support para maging stronger yung bond namin as a family. Lalo na ngayon na wala na si Dan sa amin. Ayun lang po. So, I'm giving the floor over to my mom. So, marami naman po sa inyo na nakakilala sa kanya. So, ito po siya.
Bigyan ako dito. Hello po sa inyong lahat. Unang-una, bago po makalimutan, sobrang na-appreciate po namin yung pagmamahal nyo kay Coach Eric at saka po yung tulong nyo. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Diyos na naging bahagi kayo sa aking asawa. Akala ko mas masakit yung mawala ng magulang, ng tatay ng nanay. Mas masakit palang mawala ng asawa. Best friend ko siya. Coach ko din po si Coach Eric. Teacher ko po siya sa ballet. Dancer po kami before, din po kami nagkakilala. Sobrang nakita ko po kay Coach Eric na nung mag-on pa lang po kami, kung turuan niya ako, talagang mahigpit po talaga si Coach Eric. Kasi hindi nga kami pwedeng mag-break hanggang hindi namin nakukuha yung steps na binibigay sa amin. Bali, teacher ko po kasi sa Bali eh. Tapos, hanggang sa naging mag-asawa kami, simula ho noon, nalipat nga siya doon sa skating hanggang namatay siya. Teacher siya sa ice skating. Hindi naman sa naririnig ko sa kanya, hindi naman siya kailanman nagsisigil sa pinasok niyang bokasyon kahit na wala yung hindi talaga siya swenduhan na talagang mahirap pa lang ho kami. Wala kami talagang kahit na ano. Si Coach Eric, kahit kailan hindi ho nagpabayad. Hindi ho kami pinakain nang galing sa masama. Pinipilit ho niya na talagang magtrabaho as fair. Kahit ho yung mga ano, hindi naman ho ako nag-aano sa iba, pero syempre hindi mo naman maiiwasan din na may nagtatry, pero hindi ho talaga siya nagpa-affect sa ganun. Kahit nga ho, pinaaway na sila, mas apektado pa nga ho ako kaya sa kanya. Si Coach Eric, wala hong masamang tinapay. Kahit sinong naging kasama niya sa coach, kahit sinong naging estudyante niya, basta yun siya. Gusto niya talagang matuto yung estudyante niya. Ngayon, nag-umpisa ho yung kanyang yung kanyang sakit noong umano itong pandemic. Como siyempre senior yung asawa ko, hindi ho siya pinapalabas, nasa bahay lang. Nalungkot ho siya. Gusto niya nang bumalik sa pagtuturo. Kaya nga hanggang ngayon, yung skate niya sa hindi ho niya makuha-kuha kasi talagang ang mga senior eh. Ngayon, si Coach Eric ko, ang masasabi ko, isang mabuting asawa, mabuting kaibigan, at mabuting tatay ng mga anak ko. Nag-umpisa ko kasi kami niyan sa wala. Talagang nagsumika po kami para mapagtapos yung mga anak ko ng pag-aaral. Na hindi siya talaga, kahit ino-offeran siya ng mga tatay o nanay ng estudyante niya. Hindi ho siya talaga nagpa-apekto. Pero siguro this time na pinagalitan ko nga ho yung anak ko dahil nag-post na parang nangihingi ho ng nahihiya ho ako nung gano'n. Sabi ko, bakit ka ng gano'n? Pero pinura naman niya. Hindi man ho lahat na pero nakita ko nagpusa po kayong lahat. Kaya talagang sobrang natutuwa ho ako. Naging parte kayo ng buhay ng naming pamilya. Sana nasaan man ang asawa ko ngayon, alam ko masaya na siya sa piling ng Diyos Ama at ng Panginoong Jesucristo. Kahit yung pinagdalhan ko sa ospital, talagang pinawawa ho talaga siya. Nandun lang ho kami sa tent. Yung pala naman nakausap ng mga ko yung doktor. Ilang beses na palang na-stroke si coach na hindi namin alam. Wala ho kasi akong experience sa mga ganyan, kaya hindi ko alam. Dito pa lang ho sa bahay, alaga ko na ho si Coach Eric. Talagang nung sobra siyang nalungkot, na hindi na siya nakakapagturo, hindi na nakakalabas, doon po bumagsak yung katawan niya, nangayayat. Pero before ho nung pandemic, nagpa-check mo si Coach Eric, wala namang nakita sa x-ray niya na meron siyang TB. Ang heart po niya ang may diferensya. Lumalaki ho kasi ang heart ni Coach Eric. Matagal na ho pala niyang nararamdaman na kumikirot yung dibdib niya. Hindi ho siya nagsasalita sa akin. Kasi si Coach Eric ho, kahit kailan hindi ho ako niyan binigyan ng alalahanin. Hanggang sa ito nga ho, sa ospital, yung siguro pangatlo o pang-ilang stroke na niya, hindi na ho niya nakayanan. Kasi nandun lang ho kami sa tent. Hindi ho sila nagbibigay ng kwarto sa amin. Como si Coach Eric nakitaan na sakit sa baga. Alam niyo naman ho, ngayong panahon na to, pagka meron kang kahit nga konting lang tungkol sa baga o may lagnat ka o consider na PUI ka, di ba? Ganun ho ang kaya kailangan daw naka-isolate si Coach Eric doon sa mga para hindi daw siya mahawahan at hindi siya makahawa. Kailangan mo kasi sa MedTV, wala mo silang ganun Ngayon, hindi na ho ako como siya siguro ayaw na niya akong mahirapan. Saglit na ho yung buong magdamag na yon na hindi siya nakatulog. Walang ginawa kundi umubo ng umubo. Yun ho yung nakasama sa kanya. Hindi man lang siya nabigyan ng gamot para doon tumigil yung ubo, para makakatulog yung asawa ko. Talagang hindi ho, siguro sa sobrang ko na rin, dahil kami lang yung dalawa magkasama sa ospital, binuhos ko na ho yung nalalaman kong buong pagmamahal. Wala na ho akong pakialam sa sarili ko kasi naaawa ho ako sa asawa ko. Talagang para kaming ibinilad sa isang kawalan doon na sobrang init talaga. Although may aircon, pero talagang parang kang naka-open. Kaya talagang masikip po yung kalooban ko sa nangyari ho sa kanya. Pero bahala na siguro ang Diyos. Kung makita rin siguro na nakapagpabaya yung o hindi sinasadya, siguro hindi naman siguro sila mananagot. Pero kung halimbawang nakapagpabaya sila sa ginawa nila sa asawa ko, bahala na po siguro ang Diyos. Yun lang naman ang gusto kong na talagang lahat naman ng mga sinabi niyo about sa kanya, talagang totoo naman po. Mabuting anak din po ang asawa ko, kapatid. Ganun po. Nagpapasalamat po ako sa Diyos, sa inyong lahat na tumulong sa amin at yung pa pong mga tumutulong hanggang ngayon, mga nagte-text po sa akin. Sobrang ano po, hindi ko alam ganun ka, ano yung naitalit ng asawa ko sa inyo. Salamat po ng maraming salamat sa inyo lang. Ayun lang po. Ikaw na. Alam nila.
Thank you po, Tita, for sharing. Everyone, thank you for joining us today here in order to remember the life of Coach Eric. We felt the heartfelt messages of everyone when they shared about the Master of Edges. So, we will be ending our Zoom meeting. Perhaps the family would want to show us once again yung burol ni Coach Eric, and then ayan. So for those who would want to see yung for the last time our Coach Eric, the Master of Edges there. And if you would want to leave the meeting already, you are free to do so. Thank you very much for joining us today. Your presence is very much appreciated.